What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be making some pour-over coffee for the very first time using this Chemex and the rest of the supplies. I'm sure you've seen it all over Instagram and YouTube, and apparently it's supposed to taste better than anything you can get from a regular coffee pot or a Keurig. And I really wanted to test it out and see how it tastes for myself. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make it using this supplies, and I'm going to tell you how it tastes compared to a regular cup of coffee. So let's do this. So today I'm going to be using Passenger's brewing guides I found online, as well as using Passenger's Carmo Blend. It was made in Brazil. It has caramel and bittersweet chocolate and browning sugars. So to start, it tells me to heat up my water, which I've already done, and then it tells me to wet the filter to get that weird taste out of the filter. So I'm just going to do this slowly. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm not really sure. It's what the guide says, so we'll see how it turns out in the end. So now I'm going to take the filter out quick, and then I'm going to pour the leftover water into this second cup. All right. So the next step tells me to grind all the beans in this coffee grinder I have. It told me to do 32 ounces, or 32 grams, I meant. So what we want to do next is place the Chemex on the scale and then tare and set balance to 0. And then we want to place the coffee grounds in the filter. And now I want to make it even it out a little. So I'm actually going to reset it because I just picked it up a little bit. So I'm going to tare it back to 0. And now the next step is to slowly put 100 grams of water into the filter. So I think I'm supposed to go around a little and go like this. And I'll keep doing this for a little bit until I reach 2 minutes and 30 seconds when it totals to 500 grams. So as you just saw, I poured 100 grams of water into the Chemex. And at 1 minute, I'm going to increase the water to 300 grams. And then at 2:30, I'm going to increase the water to 500 grams. And then I'm just going to let it sit and finish, and I'll come back to the water. So now we're back, and I let the water drain all through. I had a little bit of time to throw out the filter. And the coffee's still steaming a little bit, but I think it's cool enough now. So I'm hoping that it tastes pretty good. I've never tried a coffee like this, so let's see how it tastes. I think it tastes pretty good. I feel like I don't even need to put creamer or anything in it, because normally from other coffee pots or the Keurig, I feel like I need to, but it also looks like a little bit of a lighter roast compared to some of the dark roast that my dad likes to drink and that I end up drinking in the end too. So if you're interested in trying this out yourself, you can go on Passenger Coffee's website and go to Learn. I got this from Passenger Coffee. I just ordered it and picked it up from their store. I would highly recommend trying Passenger Coffee and also trying to make pour-over coffee yourself. Chemexes are really cheap. You can find them on Amazon, and little pots like this are pretty cheap. I got one at Target. And then you don't even need to get beans, honestly. You could just get coffee grounds too and just skip using a grinder. I just happen to have a grinder already from my parents. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. So I'm back with a little side note to add to the coffee I just made. It tasted really good, and I would highly recommend tasting it. And after having a couple people try it, we all came to an agreement that it was a little light. So if I were to remake it again, which I definitely will, I would probably add a little bit more coffee grounds or either less water. But even without changing it, it still tasted fine. And that's all. So now I'm saying I'll see you next week.